Hi guys, welcome everyone to the initial Developer Student Club at the initial event at Queen's University Belfast. Thank you everyone for coming. It's great to see such a big turnout. We have around 75 attendees at the moment and it's increasing, which is great. So we'll just get started. So welcome to our information session. We are delighted to have you all here and excited that so many students at Queen's are interested in learning new developer technologies. So I'm quickly going to go through the agenda for today. First of all, we are going to meet myself, the core team, and we have a special guest in from Google today. We're going to talk a little bit about what is the Developer Student Club. Then we're going to talk about the Google Solution Challenge, our vision for the club for the year, and how you guys can get involved. And then we'll finish off with a Q&A and some feedback. So meet the team. I'll introduce myself first. My name is Michael Downey. I'm a third-year BIT student at Queen's. I have recently completed a placement where I worked as a software developer at a startup company in New York City. And I'm the DSC lead this year. If you want to connect with me, you can reach out to me. This is my LinkedIn handle if you have any questions. And my favorite Google developer technology is Firebase. So I'll now hand you over to Rose.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, everyone. My name is Rose Templeton. I'm a second-year software engineering student. I'm really interested in cybersecurity and things like that. So my favorite Google developer technology is Google Cloud Armor, which protects against like DDoSing and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm really glad you could all make it today, and I'm really excited for the year ahead. So I'm just going to pass over to Peter.
Hi, everyone. My name is Peter Davidson. I am a second-year student at software engineering at Queen's, and I'm interested in TensorFlow, so machine learning and artificial intelligence and all of that. Claudia?
Hi, everyone. If you're here today, I'm Claudia. I work for Google and I take care of developer student clubs in Europe. And super happy and thank you for the invitation for today's info sessions. There is so many of you. Right now I see 78, which I think is the biggest info session in Europe so far.
That's good. So we'll start moving on. So Claudia is going to introduce what Google Developer Student Clubs is.
Okay, so as I see in the chat, all of you or most of you are interested in technologies, which is super great. This is why Google starts a program which is called Google Developers, and it focused on everyone who is interested in actually any technologies, not only Google, but of course we focus on Google technologies. But we had a few programs. The first one, and actually what we are doing here today, is developer student clubs. This is like the first step for Google developers. Then we have GDGs, which is Google Developer Groups. This is for people who are already working, but wants to do some additional stuff besides of the work, so they can join the community. And Google Experts, which is not only for people like who work, but also for students. But to join Google Experts, you like really need to be expert in some field. So how DSC started and what actually is the club? The idea was to have university-based communities, and the community word is really important here because like we really value like the purpose of communities and sharing the experience, sharing the knowledge, learning together, and so on. So about 4 years ago in Southeast Asia, we started, we launched the program and opened first 100 clubs, I believe. And the program was such a success. Then we started develop for other regions. Next was Africa, then was Canada, United States, India, and so on. And 2 years ago, no, actually 1 year ago, we started the club in Europe. So right now, this is only the second class of DSCs in Europe, but we already selected 145 leads. And like Michael is one of them. Michael is one of the leads, and Rose and Peter are their core team. So like we will work with them during the whole year. So be ready for this. Yeah. What is our goal? The biggest goal for all Google programs is create impact. Impact students and empower them to impact their communities through technologies. What you will see during the next few months, what will go on with DSC at your university, you will meet amazing people. Maybe you will start to learn new technology. Maybe you will just develop in the field that you are already working on. Just remember that you will create impact in any way. It can be impact on your friends, on like the company you will work with, for your university, your class, or your city, whatever. But just remember that the community is like should be there by your side, and it will make everything easier for you. And lastly, I would just tell you that the DSC is something bigger than only your university. You will create probably like really big group in Belfast, but remember that you are a part of first European group and then global group. And globally, this year, there is 1,250 clubs in the world. So probably if you will search for DSC on Twitter, Instagram, or something else, you will see many tweets from all over the world. So feel free to reach out to people, ask them what they are doing in their cities, in their countries, and what's working for them. Yep. Now back to Michael.
Okay, Claudia, thank you very much for the great insight. So yes, DSC. What is DSC? So it bridges the gap between theory and practice for student developers. So in university, yes, you get a lot of theory, you work maybe on a small project, but the idea with DSC is that we're going to be working with local businesses, and we're going to build, real world projects, using our development skills. So that is the purpose of DSC. Our community aims to connect, so it aims to connect students, within the Queen's community who are, interested in developer technologies. We want students to, learn multiple new skills and new technologies. We will cover a wide range of technological topics, where these skills gained through hands-on workshops, technology talks, and group activities. And we want students to grow. So students will apply newly acquired skills to build solutions for local problems, which I just touched on. And we will give back to the community by helping others learn. So this is the aim of the DSC community at Queen's. And I'll just hand you over to Claudia, who's going to speak about the solution challenge.
So I already seen that some of you mentioned building projects together in the chat, which makes me really happy because this is the goal of our community. So Solution Challenge, this is like our annual contest for all people related to DSC. And not only core team members, not only leads, but also people who attend the events. And the basic idea is to find local problem, maybe in your university, maybe in your city, in your neighborhood, and try to solve the problem using technology, using Google products or platforms. In this way, you can learn by just creating something in practice, but also you can do something good for the community. And here we will play like a short video from last year on how the Solution Challenge works and what it actually is. Enjoy. I hope you will be able to hear this.
mentioned there when this is going to run, but the solution challenge is in January every year, isn't it, Claudia?
Exactly. The solution challenge like announcements start January, but till then, like you can already start thinking about the projects, maybe building some prototypes and so on, or just learn some technologies, like brainstorm what's the local problem that you would like to solve. But the submissions will be on starting January.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Okay, so our vision for the DSC at Queen's. So our vision is to teach and educate students of all skill levels about the latest Google developer technologies and give them a platform to grow as developers. So we aim to provide students with the resources and experiences to be more industry ready. So this is going to be really valuable when, for example, after first year, you want to apply for a summer internship, or you're applying for a placement or even a graduate role. This is extra, valuable experience which you can bring to, the interview, because that's what companies want. They want to know if you're involved in a community, number one, and what projects you've built outside of university. So, DSC basically serves that purpose, which is great. And I'm sure most of you have seen the DSC platform. That's where you would have signed up for, this event. But in the future, this is where you're going to see, upcoming events that we are going to run. And I also think that on this platform, you can search for, events all around the world. Basically, this is where all the DSCs upload their events. So, for example, if we're running an event at Queen's, which is on Firebase, and you would like to learn, Flutter or a different technology, you can search here, and provided that the event is virtual, you could attend that event also. So this is a great platform for learning multiple developer technologies. So how do you guys get involved? So you join our mailing list. If you go to this URL, this will bring you to the events platform, but Queen's University page, and you can join our club. And then once you join the club, you will get emails about upcoming events and other things happening within the club. So it helps you keep involved with the club at Queen's. And number two here is this is how you can apply to be a core team member. So we're always going to be accepting applications, and we want to hear from anyone who basically just wants to get involved, who is, number one, passionate about technology in general, and who just wants to get involved with the club. So if you follow this link, it should take you to a Google form, and you can submit an application, and we will get back to you within a few days. So now we're going to have a QA and a little bit of a chat, but we would like you to go to this, scan this QR code on your phone and go to this Google form. This is key for us because we want to know what technologies you want to learn. So this is going to guide us in what our next event is going to be. If we have a lot of students saying they want to learn, machine learning, then we could do the next event on, TensorFlow or whatnot. But this Google form is really, really important to us, as we want to gather your feedback on what you guys are interested in and what you want to learn. And that's how we will create the upcoming events over the next in the next academic year. So we would really appreciate it if you could fill out this form quickly, either now or after the session. And here I'm going to hit you with another form. So this is just generic feedback on the session, what you thought about the session, what you liked, what you didn't like. So if you just want to pop out your phones again and scan this QR code, and you'll have both of these forms which you can fill out after the session in your own time. And this is just a little poll we have here. If you have any questions, we're going to spend, a couple of minutes here. You can ping the questions here so everyone can see. I know we also have the chat for questions, but if you want, you can add any questions here. We'll just wait for a minute to see if anything pops through and we can answer them quickly. I see someone asking in the chat, actually, will there be any requirements to become a core member? Yes, there will be an informal interview, basically. So we'll just get to know you, get to know what your interests are, and just learn a little bit more about you and where your passions lie. So yes, it would be very informal style interview. So I don't think there's any questions popping through here. This is another question which you would like is to fill out quickly. What day is best for future events? So when organizing this event, we were kind of unsure what day and what time. So if you could quickly answer this, it would be great, because I know a lot of people have different schedules. They're in different programs at university, different years. I'll just keep this up for another minute. Monday. Okay. Thank you very much for your feedback. And this is just one more. What time? So this is important also. Just stay here for a minute, just so each person fills out. Thank you very much for submitting, these answers. Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming, all you guys at Queen's for attending the event. I would like to thank the core team, Rose and Peter, for all the hard work they've did to allow this event to happen. And a special thank you to Claudia for coming and speaking with us today and letting us know more about the developer program. And here is our social links for Instagram and Twitter. If you would follow us, you'll find out information about upcoming events and keep in contact with the community. If you have any questions at all, reach out on any social platform or reach out to myself and the core team members on LinkedIn. That's our LinkedIn handles. Thank you very much. It's been delightful speaking to you all, and we look forward to the next session.
Thank you, and good luck with everything during the year.
Thank you very much. Bye.